All right. So, first thing I wanted to talk about is just the height of the slab. So, Rick, this is more for you, but we need to verify what the outside grade is. I highlighted this for you.
Okay.
It has top of slab at 9.84 right now, but we do need to shoot those grades. And, if we need to bring it to 10.8, we certainly will. We're not restricted by height there, so I want to get that as tall as possible. There were a few things in the plan, so we'll kind of look at these. All right, so we have the outside shower back here. Didn't know if we needed a walkway to the side garage, to the back porch. Obviously, we can deal with that later on, but figured if we're coming through everything, we'd mention that. Is that something you guys would want to do? Have a walkway from your outside shower to any of these locations?
Probably at least to the deck anyway.
To the deck?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that makes sense. To the deck would be good.
Okay. All right. The next thing that I wanted to ask you guys about were these doors in here. All these green highlighted doors are exterior doors, and the other two doors are 8.0s, while this one says 6.8. I figured that should probably match the other exterior doors, but that's up to you guys. Now, all of your interior doors are 6.8, but again, those are interior doors. So.
Are you talking about the height of them?
The height of them, yeah. These two are 8 foot. This one's 6 foot 8 inches.
Standard door.
It's just what the architect wrote down. There's a few things like that in the plan. It's pretty much just me confirming it. It wouldn't matter one way or the other.
I think that's fine.
Okay. So the 6.8 one, you're saying that's 6 feet 8 inches.
Yep, standard door height.
Okay, so that one's going from the garage into the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
The other two,
that one's going from the laundry up the steps.
And that one's 8 foot.
This room. And that one's going out to the deck.
And that's 8 foot.
And that's 8 foot. Yeah.
Just something that jumped out at me, so I figured it was worth a question.
And I mean, so you're basically saying maybe all three of those should be the same?
Mm-hmm.
And what's standard? 6.8 or
6.8 standard. But if you wanted them all 8.0, I'd make them all 8.0. Just a tall, obviously taller door.
Yeah, I think the 6.8's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this one here then, and then we'll make a note for these two. We'll reduce to 6.8 so they match that one.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to make them match, and I think if the standard door is 6.8, I think that's fine.
Okay.
I think we talked about going with like a bigger door on like the front door of the home.
Mm-hmm. Usually that's the case. Yeah, a little more of a statement piece.
Yeah, but those can be reduced down.
Okay. Cool. So the second. Let me just check the front door to see what that is. Yeah, front door is 8 foot. And then we should keep that 8 foot. It's more of a statement piece. All right. The next question that I had on here is just an interesting architectural detail, but basically it has these stairs merging with this angled wall. Is that something we wanted to do, or did you just want a standard, square? That's not square. Square stair here to where it would come down like. Like that.
Yeah, I think that looks better, don't you? Rather than have the different width of steps. What would be to the right of?
Pretty much just run down to the ground. I mean, you could always utilize that corner for shelving or something. I'd try to utilize every square inch that I can.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that I think that's a good idea. Just have equal width steps.
Okay. All right, so it's 4 foot 6 inches wide. So let's just do 5 foot wide stairs, but
could use that for storage. That
square and straight. Okay. Cool. So the next thing that I have going on here, these are just common things that I see in a lot of houses that architects just kind of overlook. First thing is, I hate this detail when the vanity runs into the trim. A lot of times it doesn't even show it. It just, because it's not drawn to scale, but in this case it 100% is going to run into the trim. That we're just going to have to be mindful of. You may not even necessarily have a vanity here, and if you did a pedestal, it wouldn't, because it'd be freestanding, or any sort of freestanding furniture piece. That way it's not molded to the wall. But I just wanted to make you aware of this, and Rick aware of this, so we're not dealing with this in the painting stages.
So the standard vanity will extend into the trim at the door.
Correct. Yeah. So right now, you could see that's 2 foot. Really, 2 foot 1 inch is right there. So 25 inches.
That's almost like the bathroom downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was freestanding, it wouldn't have to be molded into the trim.
Right. Do we have the room though between there and set this?
Yeah, you got the room there.
Yeah, we have a similar situation in a half bath here that we were able to fit it in, that it didn't. I mean, it's.
The only other thing you could do is maybe do like a petite vanity that had a very shallow depth to it. But in my opinion, if it was me, I would. It's kind of some people hate pedestals. If you're one of those people, then I would go with a furniture piece.
Think about that.
Yeah, I don't particularly like pedestals.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would put in a freestanding if it was my own house.
Yeah, I guess whatever. So our options are a pedestal or how could we avoid this again?
Just a pedestal or a freestanding piece. If I don't want to mold it into the wall, that's the goal.
Okay, I think that makes sense. A freestanding piece.
Freestanding one, not like
You can get a furniture piece from Nicole too.
They're just made to stand away from the wall. They don't go up to the wall.
Yeah.
Finished on all sides.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Okay. All right. Another note on here, and this may just be throughout. We don't put bifold doors in typically. The architect continues to draw them. They will be bi-swing doors. If you're good with that, we'll just make that note throughout.
Okay.
Unless you wanted the bifolds. We just think they're cheap and they fall off easy.
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. I guess it's kind of like what we have down in the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The other thing in here, if you see any dimensions in here, it's basically just saying that, look, this isn't drawn to scale. You can kind of just tell by the width of it. It's calling out a 2.8 pocket door, and when I say 2.8, it's 2 foot 8 inches. It's scaling it. It's at 2'6", and you're already running into, the refrigerator practically. So we'll take a look at what we could do there. 2'6" is normal. The only time I'll do a 2.8 if I'm going into a laundry, if it's the only way to get in, because you do need a 2.8 to get a washer dryer through the door, but I can just come through this door here.
Did we keep that pocket door there? That's from the dining room into the laundry area. I thought we changed that.
You can change whatever you want right now. I'm just marking a plan up.
Did you remember that
Yeah.
discussion?
Move that to that side.
Yeah. Did we get rid of that?
Because I thought we wanted to keep that close.
Those two.
Counters over top of everything anyway. This is conceptual.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing you gotta, we could talk about it later on, but basically a 2.8 door slab won't fit here. So if you wanted to keep a pocket door, it would just get reduced to a 2.6.
Yeah, this was a while ago, but I remember having a conversation about this, and I thought we had gotten rid of the pocket door and put a regular door there.
You can just do a cased opening. It is nice to close off the laundry so you don't hear it. Mm-hmm. We could do a hinge door, whatever you prefer.
Okay, yeah, let us get back to you on that, because I'm pretty sure we want a hinge door there.
Okay.
Linda's just making a note.
Okay.
We'll check and see what we had done with that.
Sorry, I meant to put a question mark on that. It's fine. Yeah, you guys can comb through this, and again, we'll have another call. We're going to start doing this every week. So if we can't make a decision, it's like, all right, this is your homework for this week. Let's talk about it next week.
Okay.
All right, so you got a 2.8 cased opening here. It's no problem. Again, the same dimension not lining up shows a 2.6. You only have a 2.4. And the problem here is you got counters on either side. Shouldn't really matter. Just noting that, hey, the door is going to get 2 inches smaller because it won't fit.
And that's another pocket door.
Correct. It happens a couple times through the house.
But you can still do the pocket door. It just might not be the dimension.
The same exact pocket door. You probably wouldn't even notice it, but the door slab is going to be 2 inches smaller.
Okay.
You'll notice throughout the plan, I basically took off all the square footage in every room just to make it a little easier for the floor guys, so they know what they're working with, or if you wanted to know roughly what it would be in hardwood versus what it would be in LVP, we can get you square foot numbers on that, and this will tell you exactly what it should be. You could see this 1,361. That is this entire area into the laundry, into the pantry, into the foyer, because we're not gonna, typically I wouldn't have a floor break there. So when you look at that number, it's not just here, it's basically through this entire area.
Okay, great.
All right, there were some dimensions missing on these doors, so I put them in myself. It basically just shows standard 2-4 in a closet, 2-6 into bedrooms and bathrooms, another 2-4 in a closet here. All right, I don't think there's really anything to note over the garage. Here we have, again, the bi-swing, bi-fold dilemma. So I'm just going to say change to bi-swing. All right. Again, pocket door here will not fit. It shows a 2-6. It can only fit a 2-4. That's just what the space we have to deal with.
Okay.
All right, the other thing on here talks about this door here. It's going out into this future office. I think you were talking about actually insulating and drywalling this, but I don't know if you're necessarily putting heat or AC out here. So I figured I would talk with Rick. A lot of times in these situations, I will put weather stripping all the way around the door. It actually comes with it pre-hung on there, and even has a threshold on the bottom that presses up against the weather stripping. If this is going to be conditioned on the other side, we don't have to worry about it. We'll just treat it like a normal interior door.
Yeah, but if we're going to leave it unfinished, you definitely want to do that.
I think we're finished.
That's like that attic / office area.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking about that?
Okay, we're running. Okay, running.
Maybe air conditioning.
Yeah. Or not. Wasn't that one of the alternates?
And it wouldn't hurt it to have a weather seal on it either way. It's just going to be a little bit tighter, and you're not going to have as much of a transfer room to room. The only problem would be is if, and obviously we could modify it in the field, I just want to be proactive. If you weren't heating and cooling that side and we had a normal interior door, you're going to have a lot of seepage from underneath and around the door.
Yeah, I think we probably will heat and cool it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Cool. All right. thing that I had was this closet. Just didn't make a real good use of space for this back right side. Pretty much makes it unusable. So we're going to change that to a 4068 by swing, so we could utilize all of the space in here.
Okay, so just, yeah, switch it from a normal door to the by swing.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we struggled with the closet stuff. I mean, back and forth with Greg.
It's all right. We're really good at closets. We'll be able to show you what we can do. Obviously, we have to do them in every house, but we got a pretty good system.
Yeah, we wanted some closet space in every room. I think I don't know. I guess if we'd be renting it out to people, but we're not doing that. So,
I mean, to call it a bedroom, like if you were to sell the house, legally it does have to have a closet. To call it a bedroom,
okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Hey, we have a closet.
Yeah.
It's a bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. The only other suggestion that I would have for you is if you wanted to do something decorative, instead of changing this to a by swing, you could do a bifold barn door. It'd be something decorative you could do in the hallway. Functionality remains the same, it just looks a little nicer.
Did you also notice the ceiling break in that closet? We briefly discussed.
That's upstairs, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about this in the hallway here.
The hallway.
Yeah, if you wanted to do something there, again, we could talk about that in the future. But
yeah, they're very nice looking. I like them.
I think probably just keep it.
Cool. We'll just do a simple by swing there.
Yeah.
Right. What were you talking about? The ceiling break?
I feel like we had discussed at one point that closet and bedroom for making like a field decision on what the best way was to get them some space in that closet.
I got you. So
that
it's going to come down. I got you. That's why. The only thing that that's why they did it that way. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. We'll just make note of that. See how we could utilize as much space. It may not be a 4.0 by swing. It may be a custom door where like the right door basically is like a trapezoid. But we'll see how we utilize as much space as possible.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Whatever we can do there to help would be great.
Okay. And that's pretty much it for right now. We're excited to get started with you guys and start the selection process. Brittany's going to be reaching out to you and giving you some to-dos over the next few weeks. We're going to get you linked up with all of our vendors to start that selection process. And one thing we want to do within the next week is set a weekly call that, we touch base. Early on, it is helpful to do the video call so we can share screen and it's easier to talk about things.
I think that's a great idea. Is this typically a good time for you guys?
Yeah, so right now my Wednesdays are getting pretty jammed up. Thursdays are good. Fridays are pretty good. So yeah, you just let me know what works for you.
I think Friday afternoon is good, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure. Maybe we'll just shoot for Friday at 1.
Yeah, I think right after lunch is terrific.
Okay.
Friday at 1. And then I guess once things get underway, we'd like to come down if we can. If there's stuff to see in the field.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we would love that.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a lot of FaceTime too. with you guys. So once the build's actually started, I'll be, some of these calls will probably be right there on the site, and we'll be able to walk around and show you everything. And yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think 1 o'clock's the perfect time. We can. Yeah, we can be, and like I said, when things start happening in the field, we can come down, or like to come down, and we can meet right then and there. Or, yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we will. I don't think, do we have a contract with you guys yet, or you think you'll be here in the next week that we'll sign one with you, or what's the next steps for that?
We haven't seen one for a while, so I guess Jim's still working on it.
Yeah, the last version we had was
April.
April 26th or something like that. And I know Brittany and Linda were kind of going back with some of the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Cool.
I'll
All
get
right.
you over an updated contract ASAP.
Yeah, we'll touch base on that first of the week, make sure everything's good, and then in the meantime, Rick will set up a group chat between all of us, both your numbers, Rick, myself, Brittany, Jim. Jim is going to be running your project, but I wanted to kick it off and make sure I put my 2 cents in on a few things. And obviously, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out for me.
So I sent this text out. I only have it under as Mike and Linda, so I don't have both numbers. I'm assuming this is your number, Mike.
If you'd rather keep one number, that's absolutely
that's
fine too. You just let us know how you want to work it.
Is that the
3667?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Do you want to just keep it as that?
Well, we can put Linda on, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to that so I can change it.
I can give you her number quick.
One second.
If you want, you could just text it into that group chat. It's talking about the grinder pump, and we'll just save it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Well, we will look forward to chatting with you next week. And if you think of anything in the meantime, just give me a shout.
Yeah, let us look into that pocket door thing.
Sure.
I made a to-do on Buildertrend so we don't forget.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I just want to double check that. I know we talked about it, and I thought we eliminated them there.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do, you just let me know. We'll redline these plans, and that way we're starting off on the right foot.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you guys. We'll touch base next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Right,
thanks.
bye.
We'll see you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
I was told they weren't touching the contract until everything was done, but it sounds like they were waiting on us.